Spencer, it was a second half penalty that separated the two sides this afternoon. I thought it was a harsh defeat. That must be a hard one to take.
I think it was two teams desperately trying not to lose. I thought it was a terrible game that only had 4 or 5 little moments, mainly for us, where we passed the ball, which isn't a lot. So apologies for the fans. Two teams in really good form, pushing for playoffs, cancelling each other out, didn't want to lose. And I said to the players at half time, let's not lose it to a mistake. I thought a mistake could do it. And look, I've watched it back now 4 times. I've been in with the referee. I think it's very soft. I'm sort of more disappointed. This referee, this is the 3rd time we've had very contentious decisions with him this season. He's just manned up to the errors of Dulwich. 5 months too late. His defence is that we got a soft penalty against Hampton. Then I said, well, yeah, except the equalising goal against Hampton's offside. But then his answer to that is, well, that's the linesman's fault. Why are we talking about this referee? Why am I talking about this referee? It was two teams really going for it. It wasn't good quality, and probably should have ended 0-0. But it's a contentious penalty. I can see it definitely being given. I said I've just watched it a number of times. We've got ourselves in a mess positionally between Robbo and John Anunga, and they've got themselves over the line. Have we done enough? Not really, no. It's sort of been the way of the last few weeks, with the exception of Cheshunt. We've been getting some amazing results, really, but performances have not been great. Cheshunt aside, where I thought we were fantastic, and we've had little moments in the game today, but not enough. And I do feel 1 or 2, or even 3 or 4 players are a little bit in their comfort zone, and perhaps they're slightly better than they are. And we have to focus every game, and we should have come away with that game with a point. We should have come away. We certainly didn't deserve to win it, in my view. But I did think when we made the attacking changes in shape, with about 25 to go, I thought the subs made a big difference, and I thought we had a really good spell of 10 minutes. And we had a couple of really good balls across the face of the box, a couple of good runs, but it wasn't enough. And then we get done in a soft penalty. And I'm talking about the referee, who he didn't even play the full 4 minutes. And in that 4 minutes was another substitution, Chike. It was time early on. He only put 4 minutes up, and there was a penalty and 5 subs, and warned them for stoppages. And he said, well, it's 10 seconds for a sub. I said, no, it's not. Where's the rule for 10 seconds for a sub? Why are we talking about this man? It's a horrible thing, and I've told him this, but when he's given our games, that I walk into this stadium today and the first thing 3 or 4 people say, oh God, do you know who the referee is? And that's not good for him either. And I've spoken to the FA, and I've had a sensible conversation with him afterwards, and he accepts he didn't play quite long enough, and his defence is, well, that would have been another 10 seconds. I said, well, he's right. I don't think we've done enough. I don't want to make it as an excuse, but I hope he's not refereeing us the rest of the season. There's too many excuses, and it's not good enough from him. And I thought it was a very soft penalty to give to decide a really tight game. But congratulations to Braintree. Horrible game. Both teams absolutely going for it, hammer and tongs. Very poor quality, really. We had our little moments, but not enough. We've had another 3 or 4 powder puff shots. Not enough. We'll move on.
And I thought the ball was in the air quite a lot today. Was the message to the players to try and get the ball down and play?
You could try, but this is a team we've played twice. This is a team that is 8 games unbeaten in the playoffs, unbeaten at home all season, very, very physical. And they wouldn't let us get it down and play. It was a very physical game. Our selection was based, we needed to be physical. Freddie Grant was selected for the aerial as well. We knew it was tough. They've got a lethal corner, which you saw. Thankfully, they only had the one, but we just about got away with that. And it was we want to play football, and they've got some good players as well. But we are in the business part of the season. It was a bitterly cold day with a swirly wind as well, and there was very limited high quality football played, no doubt about it. But of course, I want to play football. When you got players like Salim and Reggie, and we didn't get Reggie into the game until I changed his position. I thought Harry did okay, but faded into the second half. Mason had his moments, but these weren't enough. So I said, you have to congratulate the opposition. I'd rather that they'd had a wonder goal and struck it and one beat us 1-0. It's a soft pen. We've not contributed. And let's not forget, Reggie's made a mistake and they should have scored. So it was 2 mistakes by us. Second one soft, and we've not done enough at the other end. So we get what we, from that we get nothing. And I think it was a bit harsh on us, but you have to learn. We made the mistakes. I said they should have scored when Reggie made the bad back cross. So if anyone deserved to win it 1-0, it was probably them. I did think when we made the changes, though, we were in the ascendancy, and I did think at that point we were going to go on and win the game. But after we'd done that, we gave away the penalty on the whatever it was, the 82nd minute, and they saw the game out. But it wasn't even allowing time for subs and the time wasting and everything else. But there we go. We have to bite it up. We've got no time to dwell on it, and we've got the team that's going to win the title get promoted up next, so it doesn't get any easier.
Yep, and do you think Braintree are a bit of a bogey team for us? We've had quite a few tight games with them this season.
Yeah, all 3 games have been ridiculously tight, and I think that's because we're both similar teams. We're both banging it. I've just been asked by somebody else, are you in the playoff race? And we can all talk rubbish and talk about the next game. Of course we're in the playoff race. We're the underdogs in it. We've been the underdogs all season. We're in the playoff race. We've had a fantastic season. Very disappointing today. Very disappointing at Eastbourne. I thought we played okay at Taunton, and we followed instructions well against Weymouth. But we weren't great, but we had fantastic results. Don't want to take anything away from us, but I don't know if whether it's physical fatigue. I actually think it's more mental fatigue. It's a lot of games we're putting on people here. We're going up against squads with massive more resources, more players. But we're getting on with it. The lads, they're a fantastic bunch, so we have to try and bounce back. We keep doing it, but it's tough. We're in a really tough part of the season. We're playing some of the best teams in the next few weeks. There's no doubt about it. When you're talking about Ebbsfleet and Oxford away in the playoffs all the season, and then you've got Welling with massive resources and Dartford and Havant. I mean, wow, it doesn't get any harder than that. So we should also try and embrace the fact who we're playing. With the greatest respect to the previous years, we're playing some really big teams, some full-time teams. And we have to try and enjoy it. It's very difficult right now because it's so raw about a defeat.
Yep, and we did it last week, but hopefully we can bounce back on Tuesday against Ebbsfleet. We've certainly got it in us.
Well, it doesn't get any harder. A fantastic side. We're all jealous. No complaints. Absolutely jealous. Fantastic team. And it'll be a different game. There's no doubt about it. They play fantastic football. Your comment you're quite right about the physicality, but this is a game that will be played. They will play some fantastic football, there's no doubt about it. And we've got it in us. We absolutely have got it in us to compete and give them a hell of a game and try and win the game. We're at home. Hopefully there'll be a big attendance. It's a Tuesday night. I don't want to play it down. Yes, they're a team that's going to be in the National League next year. Absolutely no doubt. Congratulations to them. Good luck to them. But we're going to give it a hell of a go as well, because we're a very good footballing side. We're having a couple of blips at the moment because we're not quite purring as we like to be. We're a bit inconsistent. But what a fantastic game to look forward to on Tuesday night against, as I said, the title elect winners.
Brilliant. Thanks, Spencer, and good luck for Tuesday.
Thank you, Dom.